The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water, transitory.
Ooh. Here to see Odette? Perfect. Thank you.
I think I'll leave the Lelek question until after the show's over. Child said he was originally going to come with Tonya. Is there anyone here who looks like a Tonya? Let's see. It's a small audience. Makes sense for a preview. But wait, I do see some familiar faces. Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh, and is that Mitya? Oh no, it looks like the...
Members of the audience, today's performance was a very special one for us. As to commemorate this occasion, we would love to take a group photo.
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera. 1, 2...
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy
What are you talking about? And wasn't the performance spectacular?
It was indeed a
Working hour.
May we...
Already? I mean, off we go then, Sarge. Back to...
That has, Huh? Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong? Maybe she caught a cold on the way.
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time.
I know. It's completely white out there. You can bear...
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not...
Well, look at that.
Let's wait and...
Why do you need to take...
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that... Oh, I know the route well. Shall I head over?
Sir, there's really no need to go...
Hey, it's no trouble at all.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife...
So... Are you expecting us to go back to the Armory Palace wrapped in blankets too?
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the Armory Palace within 3.5 hours after, they will escort us back.
Operation Showed? I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite...
It's snowing pretty hard out there. I think you should stay...
Sure. My brother might come pick me up in a bit anyway.
Time to get to work. I should head backstage.
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? A fan, I'm guessing? Today is just a dress. Sorry, but that area is...
Bad timing, I guess.
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets?
I was thinking the same thing. It's...
Whatever the reason for his delay, I have to treat my employee.
You seem anxious, Mr. Valeri.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the Armory. They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans.
Surely a snowstorm like this one
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhna...
Why don't you go out and take a look?
An absurd hypothesis.
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm. That guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished into thin air. Either that...
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on.
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? What is it? Something the matter? Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there.
Is weather like this rare, even in...
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but never in the city. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild. This is...
If even Alosh...
We can't stay cooped up here forever. No need. I have plenty of experience with snow. Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes.
Heading out, my man? Be careful.
Thanks for the advice. I am
He's back! He's back!
Did you see any soldiers patrolling?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. I didn't see This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might...
Are you serious? So all of...
You want to go outside and see?
This just turned from a month...
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just did...
Is it really that bad? But my daughter, I won't be able to read her a bit.
Huh? What are you all... Whoa! It's snowing. So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is terrible. On the bright side, the theater's always well stocked with at least, fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan on.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man?
Oh, Your Majesty the Tsaritsa, I beg you, please do not let tonight's snowstorm stop. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the same roof as the 2 top stars in all of Snezhnaya.
I think I've changed my mind. Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be—
It's getting colder. We need to close the door and lock it tight.
And then, because nothing. Oh, look at that. I got myself a new listener. Hey there. Let me introduce myself. The name's Shram, and I'm a mercenary. The kind that gets paid to do odd jobs for rich folks.
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur. If my name is unfamiliar to you, you will no doubt have heard of my factory, the renowned Iskra manufacturing plant.
Are you really that famous, Mr. Chuganov? How come—
Excuse me?
Oh, I have—
How are you?
I'm fine.
Child must take great care of his sister.
You know, stuck in a strange place thanks to a snow— Exactly.
Look after yourself.
My husband has made—
That's the price of marrying into wealth. Hello?
This is highly.
Why, any friend of the theater star perform?
I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's
Miss Traveler, I cannot help but notice that.
This is.
Why, hello, ma'am. I believe you were the one sitting at a nearby table back at any friend of the theater.
Great. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Miss Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. Any idea what that could be about? I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her. Perhaps she noticed me spacing out during her performance? What? You mean...
So, Mr. Mitya.
Yes, that's right. Really? All right.
I don't think it's ever been this light. Hey, Have you seen Chuganov? I heard.
I'm with you. This could.
Yeah.
For the Rokad?
I have to say...
I couldn't agree. Do you...
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Oh my. I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the
This doesn't seem like the time or...
So unfair.
And now it looks like I've... You know Mitya too?
No, I don't. I just have a feeling that he might be dangerous.
How's it looking,
No change from this afternoon. Heavy snow with no sign of slowing down.
May I have your attention, please? The storm is unlikely to stop tonight. We at the theater owe everyone here a duty of care. In a few short moments, we'll give you a tour of the theater's various quarters. You can choose to sleep in the VIP.
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage. What if the snow is stopped by tomorrow morning? The early birds in the audience might think we're part of some experimental...
A drama about sleeping?
Not bad.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage?
I guess I'll call it a night. Though I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. I wonder if she's feeling any better yet.
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is almost on us. Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. Come on, let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only...
Here we go again.
What's going on? That black mid...
The Black Mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the Black Mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left, the only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the Black Mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem.
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually, I promise.
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars.
The cult of the Black Mist has...
I am.
As much as I did...
Then I bid you both farewell. Let me put my... Fate always appears so impossibly complicated. Their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come when even they would be swallowed by the Black Mist. It's just you and me. Yes, it looks like it's sad. This happens from time to time. But it won't be long before the Black Mist starts chasing survivors. Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that... Huh?
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door. I should...
Don't look, Miss Tonya.
What happened to them?
These two people have passed away. And this... Have I seen this moment before?
Let me take a... No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wounds on the bodies, no signs of a struggle, and no skin discoloration caused by the buildup of toxins.
But just last night, they were chatting and joking away. This is so sudden.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions?
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes. Who was the first to discover?
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was a man and woman inside.
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach that room before him.
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now.
You mean an intruder? No, not possible. I slept by the door last night as a precaution. There's no way I wouldn't have.
Everyone, split into pairs.
Anyone came in.
This can only mean one thing.
We can't quite jump to that.
Could he be right? It's set in a theater during a snowstorm. A murder takes place.
Looking at who the killer targeted, and the clean... it all adds up.
What if
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left open, so I would discover the bodies and witness the crime scene first thing in the morning. Such ruthless methods. This was your doing, wasn't it? Lelik.
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us? And he's the killer?
Lelik. I know this code name. Member of the Rokot. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? I already voted against Project Stuja at the Snezhno Gradvecha. You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left a threatening letter. And I did all that you asked. But Project Stuja cannot be so easily shaken. Not with the rooster in charge.
So he really was threatened by Lelik. That makes sense.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. And show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik, Tell me!
Was this really Lelik's doing? If Odette really is Lelik, this seems out of... I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelik. What should I do?
I don't think it's likely that Lelik killed anyone. At least from the stories I've heard. He's never killed any. Besides, even if Lelik
Vodianitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be Odette. But her assessment is
Miss Vodianitsa, why do you suddenly feel the need to speak in Lelik?
Defense? Oh, no, it's just... I'm worried that we're jumping to conclusions here, so
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your theory then, Why don't you tell us who the killer is?
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not prevent others from expressing their opinions so early on in the discussion.
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Mr. Chuganov may well be an important clue.
So there's still a good chance that Lelik is... I can't do this anymore.
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. And whoever this Lelik is, they're surely not going to...
As much as I regret having to say this, I'd like everyone to cooperate because as things stand, everyone... Unless anyone has further information to share.
You're right, that was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one suspected my identity. Oh, phew, it's just you. I thought someone was eavesdropping.
Since Vodianitsa and I were on the same page earlier, I think I should share my thoughts with the Rokot members first.
Whoa. Are you serious? But it's definitely on track to be the juiciest this whole year. Odette? Really? Odette? Oh God, how dumb does this make me look? Lelek has been right under my nose this whole time, and I didn't notice a thing.
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect. Sometimes, hiding in plain sight is the best strategy.
And now that you mention it, the more I think about it, the more sense it seems to make. It all adds up. What are we up to now? 1, 2, 3, 4... Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a Fatous, a member of the Rokot. Now, Lelek. It must be so exhausting. I just want to give her a hug. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, it never even crossed my mind that she could be involved with the Rokot. I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui, what reason could she have for being so opposed to Project Stusha?
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead of announcing it to everyone earlier, does that mean we're all on the same page here? Yeah. Lelek may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, but as far as I'm concerned, she's never crossed the line. If anything, her actions benefit the poor. We need to confront her face to face.
Do you think she'd really admit to being Lelek?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, we'll work on the assumption that she didn't kill anyone, and see how much she's willing to tell us. Now's her chance. Odette... Hey, Odette!
What is it, you guys?
Shh! Keep your voice down. So, You're Lelek, aren't you? Alright, fine. You don't have to say anything. None of us believes you kill innocent people. Whoever murdered the Traveler was the first to figure out your identity, but still, it's clear where the group consents. We're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person you are. So, can you clue us in?
Alright. Yes, I'm Lelek. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me.
Huh? You're gonna...
That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Chuganov guessed, but after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm...
Are you sure you don't...
Mr. Valeri!
What?!
So... Odette is...
I don't know what game you're playing, but you've got a lot of nerve.
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I made my peace with this when I chose, but more importantly, I promise I am not the murderer. So, if anyone still insists that otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I...
Is this really the...
That's confidence, all right.
A real no-nonsense attitude. I can see why Marionette said that she's on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer!
I do have one question, Miss Odette.
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be and that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want...
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice.
She thought so far ahead.
You've convinced me. Nevertheless, the group...
I understand. You're welcome.
Mr. Chu...
Good work, Lilac Guard team.
Turns out Valeri knew about my...
Shouldn't you be facing my...
If the true culprit is indeed still at large...
Don't worry, Tonya. Once the snow stops, the
Really, Miss...
Aww. All right, let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and...
Promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to...
You really do get carried away sometimes.
Hey! Mind your own business!
Don't be nervous, Miss Water Imp.
Excuse me?
No.
Oh. Wait, but how...
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across that concept before.
Well, it's just... We water imps tend to communicate our emotions to each other by singing rather than facial expressions. The emotions we convey through song take precedence over our facial expressions.
I'm impressed.
It's not about and yet...
It's really not the big... Anyway, we spent...
Oh,
Hey.
Heavens, what?
It's getting late.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight.
As long as someone keeps it...
Are you saying that you wish to bet your life on...
Nonsense.
Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight. The Traveler, Odette, and I will form the Night Watch. We'll sleep in shifts, but two of us must be awake at any given time.
An excellent idea. This allows us to handle the night watch while also keeping an eye on Lilac. Meanwhile, the rule of taking shifts in pairs resolves the other issue. Namely that we can't necessarily trust the Traveler or Valeri either. I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. Although the scenario there involves guarding prisoners overnight during field operations. That being said, I must clarify that I harbor no disrespect towards you personally, Miss Odette. In fact, Lelek's numerous covert operations...
I care less about respect. I'm calling dibs on being the first.
It's almost time. Oh, not going to argue with that. I'll take a quick nap.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I should wake her up. I came here to get information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think about what questions I want to ask before she wakes up.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. My mind's been running haywire. Plus, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation too. Let's take this chance to clear the air, shall we? I just had a simple question for you, really. It's, Rosaline. In her final moments, did she have any last words or anything? I see. Well, that was all. I have no other questions. No, she was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. And yet, even though I never— Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense, yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip, but when I was a child, I had to join the VII. It was extremely grueling, and it didn't exactly come naturally to me. I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first— Every day was a struggle against the cold. After enduring all that, I've become— Surely, any child— So, I put it was my way of telling her. The VII's demands, I think she probably blamed. One time, when I was secretly— I told her, She looked stunned, but strangely enough, after that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She never came to watch me dance again either. Not even once. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the look, sort of. Although gift might be too kind, she knew the location of every peak. So, when news of but I kept mine. I still wonder. I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame. She did. Huh. No, wait. In that case, okay.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of
the ultimate goal of this energy experiment. The weapon's construction was completed in Nodcry. Now, yes, the weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Piero. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. Once we get out of here, I'll help you apply. And I'm hardly the organization.
Huh?
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was. In the middle.
Even if he was awake.
Well, thank you both for keeping watch.
Sure. This is our second night. I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple of days. Huh. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Seriously? Is this payback for when I stared at her earlier? But I thought she was asleep. Never mind. I'd better try and get some sleep myself.
Hey, what are you spacing out for?
How long have we been walking for?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever?
A star key? Or key star? Anyway, the person who named it was swallowed by the black mist.
Whatever it's called, ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up, but it seems like no matter how...
Well, wait.
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Be careful. Here they come again! Get ready! And keep!
From the way!
Monsters ahead of us, the black mist behind us. It feels like there's no escape.
Fine. Enough! Shut up! Run faster. Back up here.
Are you hurt, Coolish?
No, I'm fine. It's just... Suddenly I don't want to walk any further.
I get you. In fact, I reached my limit a long time ago. Sometimes it feels like there's hope where there shouldn't be.
Yeah, the hope that the star gives us is the only thing keeping us going. But I'm not sure it's real at all. Otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well.
Thank you, friend. You're going to continue, aren't...
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first... I'm the stars. The black mist has stopped rising. It's hunger. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest. What do you mean? Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once... Huh? What's wrong? Hey, don't give up before the journey's even begun.
Is that...
Coolish, wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two casual.
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time.
Rampana.
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night? 3 of us and...
I'm as confused as you are.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far, both Miss Odette and...
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I couldn't help but think I heard the Traveler and Lelek chatting, but...
Me too. I didn't want to wake everyone up. Then, what could possibly... I worked closely with Rampana and Coolish.
4 victims in just 2 days. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon as...
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked.
So we only have our...
If you ask me, this killer Lelik must be an...
Here we go again.
Listen, she's been playing us for fool.
That's a hideous thought.
How?
That's enough. But today's...
Who knows? Lelik is
Everything you said so
How can you defend her up? All so you can get... Don't...
Sir, but... 4 people have already turning against one...
Little...
Even he's still one of the victims.
I had no intention of resorting to... In any case, I believe...
I don't think there's any need for that.
Did you have an idea, Mitya?
I've been mulling something over. Oh, but then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes.
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to be a scientist?
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable curiosity. But if the present situation defies all known scientific explanations, I don't mind shifting my curiosity toward the paranormal instead.
Now that you mention it, I remember haunted?
Yeah, I think I heard this.
Well, this has taken an unexpected...
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues?
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts we're looking for.
Valeri, come take a look at this. You too, Traveler.
Some sort of notebook. What is it for?
It's the on-duty logbook for the theater. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show, audience numbers, exit times, and so on. Yes, he'd always have this logbook with him when he checked tickets at the entrance.
This should confirm a lot of key details about the recent show.
Yes, the number of people. I've checked and double-checked, but the numbers just don't match what's recorded in the logbook. Apparently...
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could someone have sneaked in without buying a ticket?
Unlikely. Coolish took his duties very seriously. I've rarely seen any errors in his work. Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal, meaning smaller audience numbers and tighter ticket restrictions than usual.
We no longer have our tickets with us, do we? They got collected on entry. I assume there's no way we can check them again.
Unfortunately not. Still, I'm inclined to believe that this discrepancy in the head count is significant somehow.
Did an extra person just materialize out of thin air?
Ah, Traveler. Since you're here, come take a look at this.
Alosha found it.
An investigation report, huh? Looks quite old. Huh. This person's name looks to be of Sumeru origin to me. Was the investigator from Sumeru?
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically to look into this issue. But it doesn't look like anyone ever looked at the report.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous while also being fearful of word getting out in case it affected the theater's business. Anyway, the bottom line is, the haunting is actually real after all. It's caused by an obstruction in the ley lines. Is there any chance this is the key to
Ley line problems are pretty unexceptional to me by this point. And while it's certainly off, it's hard to imagine what connection it could have to these two murder cases.
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. Angel civilization, ley line renovation? My area of research doesn't touch on any of that, so it's completely outside of my wheelhouse. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. It was tucked inside the report, so it must be a note left by the author. Death is near. Is that supposed to be what's going on here? With us in the theater? But if so, how did the author foresee it? Could he predict the future somehow?
Maybe things are more complicated than we thought.
No, wait a second. If we take the report and the note at face value, they completely contradict one. The report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the real world. But the note seems to be warning of potential danger. The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? The various ways we could interpret this keyword lead in completely different directions. Let's pause our analysis here for now. I think we need more information.
Tonya? Did you find anything?
Not yet. Still looking. So, are we supposed to be looking for something paranormal? I think I'd prefer teaming up with you than looking around on my own.
This looks like somebody's notebook. Shall we read it together?
Well, it doesn't look scary or anything, so I guess it should be fine. All right, let's read it together.
This has to be Vodyanitsa's writing, surely.
Maybe it's a little rude for us to peek at this. I feel like I just read someone's secret diary by accident. It sounds like she's writing this for her parents, right? I don't understand. Why put this stuff in a notebook instead of mailing it in a letter?
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Snezhnaya.
We're sorry!
It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. I can't. Alright, give me my notebook back. I'll take over.
If we take all this together...
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me like a product of a researcher's vivid imagination. And perhaps it's because I'm still viewing this through the lens of a typical murder investigation.
Does it really sound that far-fetched? Alright, well, let's treat that as speculation for now. I do agree with what you've said, so let's go with your idea for now.
Good. Okay, now that we... So, that's about everything we've discovered so far. I'll share my theory first. Based on what we've learned from the logbook, if the killer had simply bought a ticket, it would have greatly increased the risk of their identity being exposed. I expect he or she either hid in the theater ahead of time, or found a way to slip past the ticket inspection. They then blended in with the group.
What about the note found in the investigation report?
The killer may have simply planted it there as some sort of sick joke. I've seen my fair share of psychopathic kills.
So, it has nothing to do with the haunting of the theater after all.
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for, chances are they didn't come here to watch the show.
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out who got in here without a ticket, and all our problems will be solved? Then let me make one thing clear. All the theater staff should be well aware that I came here for the rehearsal legitimately, yes? There's no way I'm the one.
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too. Everything short of throwing a temper tantrum and rolling around on the floor at the entrance.
I most certainly did not degrade myself in such a way.
Probably a stupid question, but I might as well ask. Did anyone here get in without having their ticket checked? Guess it was naive of me to expect them to just admit to it.
Especially after the unprompted Lelic reveal. Once was already a miracle. Twice would be unfathomable.
Sounds like Chuganov went to a lot of trouble to get his ticket because everyone... As things stand, the audience... Tonya received her ticket the same way I did. I got my ticket from Child. It was all about... Valeri came to the theater. Valeri came to the theater to catch Mitya. Those two should be... We have to catch this extra person, even if only for the victim's sake. We have to catch this... As things stand, I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before all this. Mr. Shram, did you really go through the ticket inspection?
Huh? Me? Why am I...
It's not that you stand out as suspicious, more that everyone else has been ruled out as trustworthy.
Okay. Well, we spent the best part of 2 days together now, so I'm sure you can all tell what kind of person I am. I'm a true gentleman. I never dream of doing something like sneaking to the theater without a ticket.
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're a good person. But the problem is, none of us here actually know you, so no one can say for sure that you are who you claim to be. Although, actually, what was it you said last night? Yeah, you're friends with last time I checked. There were barely any of us remaining in Snezhnaya, since most of the water imps left. And I suppose it's also kind of a way for everyone else to get to know you a little better.
Good grief. Are you blushing? Pull yourself together, man. Stop giggling like a teenage boy. It's revolting.
Hey, revolting is a little strong. All right, fine. I'll admit it. That water imp friend of mine, the truth, I was just the bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because...
We don't need details. Just...
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her, even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she...
Really?
Huh? Shram.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Delicate time.
Yes?
If I'm not mistaken, The last significant civil war in Snezhnayan history was over 400 years ago, when Her Majesty the Tsaritsa had just taken the throne and was
What do you mean, 400 years ago?
What's going on here?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this round. As far
I'm just as amazed as you are. I didn't even believe.
Is someone going to explain what's going on here?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you?
That seems to be the case. No. Vodyanitsa's The theater's ley lines have been modified to block souls within its ground. Mr. Shram's statement proves he's from hundreds of years ago, and according to the investigation report, for some unknown reason, that must be the immediate reason. The contents of the investigation report, death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The investigation report said that there would be souls stuck wandering around the theater because the ley lines were cut off. Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. In which case, that also makes him our extra person. So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in the deceased, people who died a long time ago.
Someone who died a long time ago.
In short, there's a dead person among us. The extra person we've been searching for is a ghost from the...
You mean I'm a ghost? No. But even if I was dead, I know for a fact I didn't...
Yeah, even if all that's true, the report also said the souls inside the theater can't affect reality, right? They're harmless.
Then what if the problem isn't the souls at all, but the ley lines themselves? The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. Let's say that the ley lines are like a black hole, constantly seeking to engulf souls. But the souls that don't want to return are trying to avoid being sucked in.
Why does this analogy sound so familiar?
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal? I'm only speculating here, but what if it ended up swallowing innocent souls by mistake, or intentionally taking other souls to compensate?
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death. If you're right, and their souls were devoured by the ley lines, it does make some sense.
It does seem to explain a lot of the things we couldn't make sense of. Does that mean it's true?
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya is relying on a lot of logical leaps. Still, it seems like the best explanation we have under the circumstances.
All right, so how could Shram not know that he's dead?
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for a soul to wander the theater for centuries without questioning their existence or reason for being there. It's simply what's natural for them.
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I think you might actually be right after all. I'm trying to remember and... even though my head feels like it's going to explode, I think... it's all coming back to me. I was the one who didn't want to remember my own death, so I forced myself to forget.
Well, I'm sure those are painful memories.
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. It wasn't really my thing, but I was just happy to be together. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out, performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with the war. I thought I could pull one over on them, so I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. but I got caught. They started shouting, calling me a traitor to humanity. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape, no matter how many people stood in my way. I had to, both as her bodyguard and out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want. You don't need to dig all that up again.
It's just... Even now, I'm still struggling to accept the truth. How could I be dead? I'm sorry, everyone. If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me. If I'm the cause of all this death, then punish me however you see fit.
But, Mr. Shroom...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. You said I've been wandering the theater for centuries, right?
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure out a different course of action.
My good sir, we both know I'm not supposed to be here. I should have accepted my death long ago. One way or another, this has to end. Unless you're saying this goes...
No, I'm speaking on a
Let it go, man. Oh, wait. One last thing. Miss
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova. That's what we all called her. I remember her as a very kind elder. She had a bunch of kids, too.
I'm so glad she survived. And she had lots of kids? Good. As long as she went on to be happy. That's all that matters. Besides, I'm dead. My soul has been wandering around here for so long because I was worried about her. But now, I can go without regret. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together over these past few days. Perhaps we'll meet again in the next life.
Take care.
I knew Mr. Shrim was already dead, but...
Death is cruel, no matter how we might try to make sense of it.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? I was only little, so I don't remember much. It's terrible to think that so many, even all people
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa. That's also why
So, the Tsaritsa...
Maybe it's not quite as bad.
All this...
All right.
Ugh, if only this blasted storm wasn't still...
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm stops. I still can't believe Shram turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years. To think he was dead this whole time. What a strange turn of events.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
You know the door isn't closed, right? You don't have to knock.
Think of it as a signal, then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as Odette. If I don't knock, it's Lelik. Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from the start. But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were... Yes, I'm extremely grateful for that.
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened to the Senora against me, so I should thank you for that as well.
Actually, there's something else as well. I found myself in a situation similar to the one you were in when you helped conceal my identity. So I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about Mitya. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was dead. As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Project Stuja. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitya, I immediately started planning to track him down and threaten him to back out. I often saw him around the theater, but I soon concluded that making my move there would risk exposing my identity. So I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. That way, the threat would be much more effective. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved, but I am a Fatus, so I already had some familiarity with the building's layout. But when I finally made it to his lab, Mitya seemed to be dead. I checked his breathing and his pulse. I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me to it and chosen a much more brutal method, so I made myself scarce.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder started happening and things got so complicated that it wasn't really at the front of my mind. That is, until Mitya himself said there must be a dead person among us. Then I couldn't ignore it any longer.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would single Mitya out, just like when everyone was suspecting Lelik.
Exactly. I thought there could be something I was missing. Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Schramm was a ghost, and we knew there was only one extra person, so we thought he had to be the one.
But now it seems like there's another candidate. I understand why you kept it to yourself. There was so much information being thrown around during that discussion. Bringing up Mitya would have just introduced more confusion.
So, what do you think we should do?
Let me confirm one thing first. When was it that you found Mitya dead?
Around a week ago, sometime in the afternoon.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw him just a few days ago at a restaurant. That definitely would have been after you found him dead. He seemed completely normal to me, chatting with Vodjanica, trying to avoid Valeri.
So he was definitely alive on that day. Huh. Well, all I can say is I know what I saw.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was because of the problem with the theater's ley lines. But Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley line issue affecting the theater shouldn't reach that far.
You're right. I guess he doesn't fit the profile of the person we were searching for.
I think the chances of it being him are very low. Surely he can't have died for real in the Armory Palace. Unless what? Unless he really did come back from the dead.
You're right. Do you think we need to disclose this to the others?
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not what's going on here.
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected to that monster that just arrived in Snezhnaya?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast herself. We just need to wait for her triumphant return.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die? I'm wondering about Shram. Oh, maybe we should have given him a coat before he went out there.
Death itself is cold, isn't it? I'm sure the storm will embrace him.
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. I'm going to miss him, I think. It's not like we're thinking back on once we get out of here.
Are you okay? Here, take this. I've never used it.
Thanks. Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because Tonya stood up for you this morning? At least you know how to—
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows how badly he would have been.
I told you already, I never...
Little girl? I was rather...
No.
I've been too embarrassed, so kind to everyone, but never lets her old man off the hook, especially when she was little. All right, easy. Are you taking anything for it?
Yeah. I'll be fine once I see my brother.
I see. That's good to hear then.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. Now that However, out of an abundance of caution.
Shouldn't we take shifts?
No need. I managed to get a nap in earlier, so I have plenty of energy right now.
What a long day. This whole situation turned out to be way more complex, but Valeri's right. I should just try to calm down.
She's awake. She's awake! Get over here, you big...
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door. The Black Mist is coming.
Are you all right? Can you walk? He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Not much of a talker, but... Curses! The Black Mist is catching up to us. We need to keep going. Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door.
Mr. Door! Monsters! Quick, get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Oh, well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
So we're doing this the hard way. Watch this!
Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Come no closer.
Frost? Sir! Oh, goodness!
My command.
And Kate!
Impossible. Condense and crystallize. Impossible.
I'm so exhausted. Wait, look! There's more monsters down there. No, no! They're gaining on us! Mr. Door, what are you doing? We need...
Found it. This is my door.
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved us! We can't leave you behind!
You must keep going. A door can...
Oh, you're right. The black mist isn't moving anymore. Surely I wasn't so scared. Oh, okay, good. There's no way... getting sleepy?
What time is it? Oh, I guess everyone's still asleep.
Just like the last 2 nights. No. I've been a real thorn, but for me...
How's Tonya?
I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious.
That means Valeri was the only one who died last night.
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking everyone else up. That much is certain.
This is so frustrating. Why has nothing changed since yesterday? I thought we already dealt with the dead person causing all this.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only one victim this time, not 2. Does that mean...
After the deceased Shram left, there was one less victim last night. That more or less tracks. It's a reasonable conclusion, considering the only variable that changed. Oh, the number of people who die each night is equivalent.
Exactly. We identified Mr. Shram, and then by that logic, there must be one more dead person left among us.
Another one? But there was only one
Having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm.
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then it's just, at the time, we had no reason to think there was more than one dead person. If only we'd taken it more seriously as a possibility, maybe this could have been avoided.
I'm sorry.
I'm partly to blame as well. I was too quick to...
What is this about?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping. I'm the dead person? Wow.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but...
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably... Let me just try and verify this. I just scoured my memories trying to think back to the afternoon Miss Odette mentioned. But I honestly have no recollection of dying. That's where...
Having seen Mr. Mitya a few days ago myself, I also find it hard to believe he could be the other dead person among us.
Well, if it isn't Mitya, then who? Do we vote on it?
If you don't mind me asking, Traveler, I believe you mentioned that you know Tonya's brother. Had you ever met her before all this?
No, never. Wait, are you saying...
Now just 1 minute. I know where this is going. You're in the hot seat, and all of a sudden you're...
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov? Whenever you open your mouth...
You little...
Did Mitya ask about Tonya because he suspects her? I suppose I only identified her by age and nothing else.
I'm just saying, You're going around I can vouch for her if nothing else. I've seen her before. She's...
Oh, really?
Since being here, I don't think I ever mentioned she was Child's sister's.
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it can't be Tonya either. In which case, Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me one more time, when you found me dead?
No problem.
No matter how hard I try, Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the researchers were suffering from temporary memory loss. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. You said it was...
Right. And even though I don't remember some of my memories from that afternoon...
Are you suggesting you're missing the memory?
Of course. How am I only just realizing this?
You mean being silently assassinated? Or dying?
The researcher's amnesia. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just helped me reach a breakthrough on a All right.
Leave! Hey, wait a minute! Aren't you ready?
Come on, kid. Aren't you gonna fight?
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, a brilliant new idea for my research. I can't remember it now at all. And I didn't take...
No. Hold on. I see where you're going with this. You're suggesting that each instance of temporary amnesia is a death, right? There's a glaringly obvious flaw in that idea, no? How can one person die so many times?
I believe Miss Odette's account. During all it would take... There's no evidence to suggest that anyone other than me is a candidate for the deceased. So allow me, as a scientist, to treat this as an experiment. Please relax if, on the other...
Mitya's right.
What is a scientist with this snowstorm? But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with a true...
Poor Mr. Mitya.
Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't there to...
I hate goodbyes. Why does it feel like everyone around me is slowly disappearing? Not just in here, I mean. In the outside world, too.
Maybe it's the realization that, come to think of it, you could take it a step. If I make it out
without regret, I feel like a strange sense of...
Are you okay?
If something's bugging you, let's talk about it.
I have a travel companion named Paimon. Alosha and Odette.
You're worried about her, aren't you?
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a spectator in this world. But with Paimon by my side, she loves eating. Over the last few days But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation, I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment.
I bet she missed. I don't know if this will make you... I could be surrounded by... Later on, I started... All we can do is cherish their companionship from moment to moment. So, once we...
Thank you. That's...
But, Vodanitsa, if you hate goodbyes too, why didn't...
That's just the choice. Like I said before, our songs have... But... Does it... So I made the...
Could you?
A fan after my own heart.
Okay. I've never heard that one before.
Color me impressed, Tonya. Most people can only tell if a song is happy. I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like, may those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home, and then...
No wonder I could hear that sense of longing.
It's getting late, Tonya, and you're...
Okay, but, before I go to bed...
Of course.
Once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vodianitsa sing again. Before I fall asleep, I should check. So... What was...
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
I'm alive? What just happened?
No time for questions. Quick, over here. All right, we're safe. The spirit just now is, sort of. Yep. Luckily, I was here to
A bit more?
Sure I do. I specialize in soul recall. Oh, it's nice to meet you, by the way. All right, there's no time to waste. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet light! It's back! Now that's a sight for sore eyes. Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. village is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna... Traveler! I won't let you die like this.
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a pleasant experience.
Great. You're back.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Time for you to get out of here. Quick, before the light runs out.
What about you? You're not coming with me?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I can only resurrect someone so many times. I might not look any different, but my essence has been exhausted. Now, I will slowly start to fade away. I can go no further. The black mist is where I belong. It's okay.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. Go. Now, before it's too late.
What do you need, sir?
Well, I guess there's no need.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You lied to us, didn't you, Chuganov? You've been lying from the start.
Take a long, hard look at yourself before you go around accusing other people. I suspected you on day one, Lelik, and now look where we are. By some strange coincidence, you've never been targeted. And you, little hunter, ever so content with staying on the sidelines. Yet, you were the one who stopped us from leaving from the start! Why are you trying to keep us here?
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. That's either a sign of anxiety or a guilty conscience. Where was all this passion and bravado before? Decided to
Is that a threat?
After all the trauma of the past, Valeri and me, but first, I need to... They're dead, yes, but the Of those who remain, the only person we've never met before is Tony. People are easily misled, but Mr. Tonya!
Sir?
Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me.
No.
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining. Yesterday you said...
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. Everything about you is fake. That night, when I infiltrated your places, but thinking back up...
Curses!
I think the reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick. It's not a very common illness. After a while... So one day, he agreed. We got to the theater, bought tickets, and... When I woke up, I couldn't find but there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided to stay here and wait for him. Tonya. Yeah, I know. After all of that, it turns out... I'm sorry, everyone. I realized this...
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it?
Well, when I was little, when we escaped from the hospital, so when you first approached me and said my brother had sent you, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that... At least your memory of death isn't painful. Now it's your turn, Chuganov.
And yet the truth of the matter is, I lost them. My daughter's name was Iskra. She, after Iskra passed, my wife, one day when I came home from work, I soon discovered that
nothing more than a pathetic, so explain your false...
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she combined with her various symptoms. The snow cough used to be an incurable, but the year after my daughter passed away, that was the... So, poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been from an era when...
So, you projected your daughter onto...
That doesn't make any sense.
How can you just declare Nitia's gone? The others, I just want her to live. I'll be damned. Not again!
Mr. Chuganov, by the sounds of it, you've known I was dead since I really liked Mr. Valeri. I'm not happy about that.
No!
Well, despite all since the day I'm very... And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov. It's them that... Well then... I suppose this...
You're leaving already? It's still early.
My name is Patashka. Feels strange that we're only being...
Patashka?
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you crazy?
Let me leave.
In your dreams. Don't think you're getting off that easy. The Fatui have honed quite an... I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know...
Wait, we finally solved the mystery of the haunted theme.
Fair enough. I don't particularly feel like dying in Chugan...
And yet you won't let me die?
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note...
Is this really the time to be... All right, fine.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But I don't understand.
Should we open the door?
Is this it? If the last few days are anything to go by, whatever lies beyond that door at this moment.
Hey, everyone.
How are you doing? Feeling...
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is... Let me see. Tonya Vodyanitsa died last night.
Not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here. Given the conditions outside, no one should be able to return alive.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was... a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it means something like, may those we have lost...
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem.
That song is meant to guide the...
Huh. No kidding. When I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is still pretty intact. I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. It was like... this was a world where... I don't know how else to describe it, except... And as for the Requiem, but I didn't experience...
You don't... Both Shram and...
This raises a truly terrible thought. Nitya's soul was summoned back by the Requiem. Of course, then maybe we've all been.
Yes.
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But it's ironic, really. Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Death was nearer than we wanted to think
So all our attempts to survive.
Hard to say. The presence of those two is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines.
If what you're saying... no one...
That's further proof that...
No. I still find it hard to believe that...
Exactly. It's hard. I racked my brain. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw some... I can't remember.
Mitya, your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the... I guess... this was what I saw? What's wrong? Do you...
It's... Renova. The ruler of death. Alosha, do you still remember that it was about the Grim Reaper? And as soon as you recognize his face, your life is over.
I heard a similar tale when I was little.
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that the Grim Reaper is here, disguised in a familiar form.
Death, the deceased, and the Grim Reaper? So it's a triple entendre. When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the...
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us.
By that logic, the one person... Identifying the Grim Reaper is a major... Identifying the Grim Reaper... No doubt about it. It's looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days. Alosha... Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report, and you had plenty of time to slip the note inside to mislead us.
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that alone. What if someone else found the investigation report first, slipped the note inside, and then put it back without telling anyone?
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped in much earlier than it was discovered.
That's not all. I've also noticed that, although on the surface, Valeri, Mitya, and some... Looking back now, even the...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. And earlier today, you tried to convince...
So, you didn't understand my intentions.
He still won't admit it?
The biggest question I have right now...
That's right. Right at the start, before any victims had even emerged, Alosha... When all this began, right after... It wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that we realized something out of the ordinary was going on. But it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier than that, when Dimov walked into the snowstorm and never came back.
Right.
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning of Alosha...
More precisely...
Not bad.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths...
Your initial conclusion was correct. Every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This required no intervention from me. Though, of course, ferrying souls is indeed my authority. Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's too. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must return to the—
I know we're already dead. You
murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, I need not resort to such laborious methods as murder. You simply met the criteria to trigger my curse of death.
I know about the curse of immortality. So there's another death-related curse too? You cursed us? When? And why would—
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer, know that death comes simply because one's time has come.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all rights, you shouldn't even be allowed to speak with me. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's made my work on—
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die, that's just another day at work for you?
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable accomplishments over the past few days, I shall answer a few of your inquiries, provided they aren't too unreasonable. After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that person's death to be considered complete. My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, the guiding of souls into the ley lines, with which you are now so familiar. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. It provided a convenient means of guiding the souls of Natlan. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable of accommodating the souls of some special creations. But this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary souls to some degree. This effect manifested itself but if souls who die from the curse of then, they will remain.
So if you don't resolve this matter—
Mitya is sharp. But if you have the authority to guide souls—
You seek to This is a theater, and I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with my answer?
Can't say I am.
Really? But
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriatingly complicated your work here has been. Work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain, but you just have to get it done, right?
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. There is a pain point in this case. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit on the number of souls they can receive each day, making it impossible for me to ferry all your souls at once. Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance. And there was a risk that any souls who then there was the issue of—
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us special?
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of the dead, and in this quantity, it was a bomb that could have detonated at any moment. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. Only then, with my guide—
I vaguely remember seeing Patashka, but in the most terrifying form. Was that in a dream? Is that what would have become of her if—
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. So you see, death in fact grants wisdom to mortals. Souls connect to all things in the world and see the chain of cause and effect between them. It's nothing unusual. Anyway, Giving psychological counseling to lost souls is not my strong suit. That is more of an angel's role. It was something I could not resolve directly using my authority, so I decided it was easier to leave the bomb defusal to you. Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused the souls of other members of your party to return to the ley lines each night. From where I stand, that was killing two birds with one stone. As both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger. And, of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this drama, dealing with death from a mortal perspective, play out on the stage.
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grim Reaper. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here can receive each day. It's 2, isn't it?
That much is obvious, even to a fool.
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take in 2 people per day, I need to go over the deaths from these past few days again. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment the staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. 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 Let me go. No. 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 Let me go over this again. No. 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 Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm. During this process, the ruler of death assumed his identity, making him one of the victims. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. No, let me go over this again. let me... No, let... No. No. The ley lines devoured Torgov and Sobolova on the... Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of Kulish and Ranpana, unexplainable phenomena occurred one after another. Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Schramm realized we thought it was all over, but Mr. Valeri's death was a rude awakening for everyone. Once again, the ley lines a lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's death led us to discover the connection between the number of deceased and the number of victims during the night. There was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Although Mitya did indeed walk into the snowstorm that day, the void in the ley lines hasn't been filled. As it happened, Patashka filled the void. The girl I thought was Child's sister, Tonya. Vodyanitsa was swallowed by the ley lines in her sleep. But the requiem she sang before falling asleep was quite a game changer. Come to think of it, Patashka was about to walk into the snowstorm at that time, and Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was concerned that her soul would overflow from the ley lines. That's why she used a looking back. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. And now, only Mitya and I remain. And that covers everything. It's all clear now.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are still standing here, safe and sound.
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little, but the ley lines have already anchored.
So the reunion in the night that
That just leaves you, Traveler. And your soul is firmly anchored to your body by your will. For a descender like you, who is not bound by... I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although...
One last question then. All our struggle...
Death abides no reason. Besides, to me...
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change anything. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened to me?
How much do you remember?
What do you mean? Is the performance over? I can't seem to recall what happened.
Has Odette already forgotten? Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I spaced out there for a second. Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we get just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, just with one catch. They
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything.
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's... You don't? Huh. Okay. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What an unsettling thought. Still, at least I get to remember what happened. I suppose it's a blessing in disguise. What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descender? Is that why you can remember?
A full explanation would get complicated very quickly, but that's essentially it.
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've learned. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our deaths. This confirms that time passes differently in the after.
They say that right before.
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife, but this also aligns with previous reports. To those unaware of the truth, this leaves me with a couple big questions.
If nothing else.
Right. Come to think of it, I can't remember what sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you.
Ma'am, if I may, no one of your yet you two seem very familiar with each other. And by the way, have we...
I can explain everything.
So Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess this theater incident actually did us some good after all. So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace while we were in the afterlife, yes? I believe you. I think I even have a vague memory of it. Agreed. Let's check in on her first. The whole reason for our trip to the Armory Palace anyway is to figure out what's going on with her health.
I'm finally back. Even though a long time has passed from my perspective, as far as Paimon's concerned, I probably just went out to watch a very short show. I should keep my emotions in check when I see Paimon again, or it'll seem weird.
Wait. The atmosphere here feels off. Shh. Stay quiet. Let's go inside and take a look.
Have we still not been able to notify Child yet? We need new orders. What if that person comes back again? I'm so sorry. Under the circumstances, there was really nothing we could do.
Tell me, what happened to Paimon?
It was the Jester. He came here in person and escorted Miss Paimon away. He's the director of the Fatui. His authority supersedes all others and cannot be questioned. There was nothing we could do.
How long ago did he leave? And what was Paimon's status?
It was about an hour ago. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at the time. The jester simply walked off with her as if it was only natural. I assure you, he absolutely did not use any force.
Do you know where they went?
The Armory Palace, most likely. I'm surprised he came in person. Whatever his reason,
Then lead the way,
okay? It's just up ahead. Quick, let's get inside.
No, I'll go alone. You know I'm planning to force my way in. You're with the Fatui, so you should stay outside.
I was hardly planning on taking you through the official channels anyway. I'm here to force my way in, just like you. I may be a Fatus, but I'm also Lelek. Paimon's safety is... Let's go.
Hey, who are you? This part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time.
Trespass at your peril.
Let's begin. Let's cut it done.
Let me read you a verse. No, my sword! Because I'm precious!
I'll uproot you!
There is no escape.
Your seed shadow me. Feel that.
Do you have a pass? Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Don't blame me for what happens next!
The Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research, after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui logic.
The style doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures from a past civilization. It also serves as a bit of a disguise.
Intruders! Stay alert!
Walls of the snowflakes.
Intruders? Don't come any closer!
Just what are you guys trying to do here?
I'm sure fix your skull!
No, my sword!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Insulin. Together. That's it.
mission!
Time to oblivion!
Couldn't fix it.
No one interferes with a jester's work.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on. Time to act. Body and mind. Time to act.
The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Fatui. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Body and mind. Was the whole reason for Project Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power at play, causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusions. Let's make our...
Paimon and the Jester? Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
We're almost there. The Armory Palace is just up ahead.
Paimon, please be okay.
Mine to wield. Shadow me, crystalline adagio.
I hear everything. Inazuma shines eternal. Let me weave you a verse.
Together, Parada.
What's going on? It's the curse of death. Odette? Is this the afterlife again? I need to find a way back to reality. Odette! Odette! No signs of life, but past experience. Did Odette intentionally use her core Ignis to Thank you, Odette, but... Sure enough, everyone here has been affected by the curse of death. Paimon! Paimon! No, wait. Paimon probably didn't escape Renova's curse either. She won't be able to respond to me right now. I'll have to find her myself. Mitya! Is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon? I'll have to ask him when he wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority now. Paimon really is here.
You don't learn, do you? You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Judging by your expression, it seems that you, in that case, awarded a civilization that fails to, and as a descender,
No advice needed.
suit yourself. The time. That thing is coming with me. You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn, unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
You perplex me. Both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me. No matter, the resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
Hey, who says there'll be a next time? I missed you, Paimon.
What are you talking about?
It was... You seem to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Paimon's back. The jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon. And she could kind of feel it canceling out that other thing that was making her feel unwell.
So, Mitya helped too?
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. I was in a rush to verify some theories. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effects that the experimental energy had on her. The jester specifically instructed me to do so.
I suppose this is our first official meeting, traveler. I could not let Paimon suffer in her condition for a moment longer, and so I simply took her without explanation. I hope you do not mind.
what happens to Paimon?
As I said when you first arrived in Snezhnaya, we once spent some time together in the distant past.
Oh yeah, you did.
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have.
The good news is, my As for the bad news,
I will trust your judgment.
Wait, what do you guys?
By whatever means necessary. After what just happened,
Okay.
what she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress. So, any ideas? Just now, for instance. As expected, though, all that effort not to.
Does that mean something?
That's right. So the nature. Of course. That until Odette came.
But you mentioned something.
That's right. But as I'm sure.
You mean
Yes, we were at a. But now, after as long as Renova's curse of.
And with Project Stu, only by eliminating Renova first.
she's the rule?
We'll see.
Years?
Wouldn't it be easier to just kill all of us?
So, you're saying even the ruler of death has limitations we don't know about?
Exactly. And I think that's where the key to our breakthrough lies.
Regardless, the ruler of death has always been an obstacle. Our goal.
The Fatui.
For a long time, but hearing the jester admit it is still a shock. No wonder that Tsaritsa's goal has always been kept a secret from the people. What kind of road will that lead Snezhnaya down?
In that case. Lord Jester, I would like to request some leave. I'd like some time to organize my thoughts and go over the data.
Granted. Get some rest, put the experiment out of your mind, and take care that the curse of death doesn't affect any civilians. While there is yet...
I remember hearing the term.
Yeah! Paimon wanted to ask.
As you know, Project Stuja is a series. Many of the things you have encountered. This includes...
And that's a weapon.
Huh?
I was given some intel.
Wait. You must mean that thing over there. Oh.
Kuvaki alone will not break through Celestia's The heavenly principles are no doubt for now. Therefore, you could say that by reverse engineering the stellar...
The Kuvaki and it looks like...
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon...
Seems like the powers that be in Snezhnaya.
The Harbingers have been granted significant...
You read my mind.
Speaking of the Gnosis...
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a...
What do you mean? Not...
Taking on the heavenly principle?
Into that today, our civilization only. By otherwise...
Accepting potential destruction.
Furthermore...
Huh?
Then...
Yes.
What?
The Tsaritsa, if she can seize their look forward to it. Though the ordinary people of Snezhnaya may not understand these details. In this frigid land locked in a ceaseless struggle against the environment. In this nation, we all believe that standing in solidarity with the Tsaritsa...
Paimon really doesn't remember!
Allow me to explain. The reason Paimon reacted to the anti-Celestia is because she comes from Celestia herself. More specifically, she...
Paimon? A creation of Celestia?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger earlier, but thinking back on it...
As you know, the lunar fragments in Nodcry were pulled down with the first application of this technology. I used this technology upon the heaven. I presented her to the Vinster King. Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace until, of course, the arrival of the Cataclysm.
Wait, Paimon's a little confused. You're talking about things that happened but Paimon doesn't remember any of that.
Having lived through the Cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened with...
But it's not just her memories from Conria. What was Paimon like back in Conria? Did she...
Unfortunately, when you arrived in Conria, your consciousness, during the time you lived in Conria, your personality was...
Ah, man!
On the contrary. But now as I see...
No, but, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some... Oh, phew!
Thank you for telling me so much.
Given the circumstances,
Allies?
to advance Project Mistleton, we must
That's right. Never...
Against an opponent of this caliber.
You're going to challenge the ruler of death? Thank you.
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order.
Got it.
There was, of course, Paimon. No.
Certainly you may.
Whoa!
While the technology is not yet fully...
Oh.
Paimon?
Long story short?
That's right. So,
It was thanks to you that...
That really... You should be... Anyway. And now that things here...
Director Chuganov, this is the preliminary plan. Our calculations...
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those who need it. Whether they use it, just start preparing to halt production and lay off the staff.
Am I hearing you right?
Iskra.
Dear esteemed members of the Rogue, considering that Lelik did what they did, Lelik will be suspended for a period of time. Depending on their future performance, the purpose of this notice is to remind everyone once again, even with Project Stooge, we act only for...
We act only...
You mean for us?
Just thinking out loud, I've never seen the Snezhna...
I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical, every dancer finds a way to make it her own.
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies, in pieces, are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
Don't tell me you can't sing.
Shush. I understand her hatred. The Fatui robbed her of the life she should have had. I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing. Odette will soon take the stage at the Korolyevsky Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see the Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo-energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
If Paimon's a creation of Celeste, and like you said, this doesn't have to change anything between us. You're not.
You've spent the last few days lying in bed and stuff.
Says who? Paimon's as agile as ever. Paimon originally wanted to wait. The local Snezhnaya books look pretty interesting.
I thought you were in the mood for.
Paimon can read while she flies. Hey, look at these two dolls. Which do you like better? All right.
Oh, I thought we were.
There you are.
Paimon will grab this. Huh? Huh? How many layers does this thing have? Oh, but
I know that voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, about that. Oh, right. Let me introduce you. This.
Hello, Tonya.
Hello. Firstly, I'm really.
Hey now.
So she's the real.
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me, and when I didn't show, she got a little worried and went outside.
I know, right?
I've been rushed off my.
Well, the snow.
I'm sorry, Tonya. I really am.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings. Besides, it's obvious that.
No, it's fine.
I would. The best.
Huh? Look, hey!